Eve is on its way, and today I'm going to be sharing some ideas for how you can celebrate at home, no matter if you're looking for a quiet New Year's Eve celebration or maybe one a little more rambunctious. Hi, welcome to Gently Being. When deciding on what activities to do for New Year's Eve, you first want to really take a moment to consider what kind of mood or atmosphere you want to be surrounded in during that day. Do you want more of a quiet New Year's Eve, or do you want to have more of a celebratory, perhaps a little more noisy New Year's Eve celebration? Once you know which vibe you're sort of going for, or maybe in between the two, you'll then be able to pick the activities that most speak to you. The first idea is to pick a word of the year. And this can be a word that it just represents what you are trying to manifest or a new intention for the year that's ahead. And then you may want to take a candle and either carve the word in the candle or put a little symbol that represents the word, and then light the candle on New Year's Eve and let it burn all the way down, really bringing to life this new intention, this new word for the year 2022. And this leads perfectly into idea number 2, which is if you can find a Bayberry candle, you may want to use that as the candle that really sets your new intention for the word, or you can even skip that part and just light your Bayberry candle on New Year's Eve and let it burn all the way down till the very end, and the Bayberry candle will bring in good luck for you and your loved ones into the new year. The next idea is to have a media marathon. So you may want to choose a series of movies or a television series, or you may want to grab that really big book that you've been meaning to read and just sit down and spend New Year's Eve and New Year's Day with the media of your choice. I do have a couple recommendations. If you're deciding to do a movie marathon, you may want to consider picking an actor and having a marathon of their works, or a director. If you decide on a series of movies, you may just want to make sure that it's a series that sort of improves as it goes. You don't want to pick one of those series that really peaks with the first film or maybe the second film and then goes maybe a little lesser in quality as it goes on, just because you want something that's fun the whole way through. And be sure to pop some popcorn or have your favorite treats nearby so that you can just really sink into your chair and enjoy the media of your choice. Another fun activity, especially if you have others in the household with you, is to make DIY crowns at home. You may want to just craft them out of paper or cardboard and then paint them or decorate them with anything that you have around, and then wear the crowns for the evening during New Year's Eve. This is just a really fun craft that lets you get into the spirit of the new year. New Year's Eve can be a wonderful time for crafting your spiritual almanac. I'll share down below to a video that I made giving some ideas and instructions for how you can craft your own spiritual almanac. But New Year's Eve, if you want to have more of a quiet evening, this could be a wonderful time for really sitting down and crafting that spiritual calendar or spiritual almanac that's just for you. Another idea is to have a luxury bath. Wash out the old year, wash out any anxieties or stress or anything that's really hanging on to you from this year that's passing. Wash it away with a really warm, comfortable bath. You may want to put in your favorite essential oils, light some candles, and just sort of let some of the stress of this year melt away as you have this cleansing bath as you enter into 2022. This next idea is a play on the pick a word for the year, and that is to pick a style for the year that you want to sort of enter into. And I got this idea from years back. I had some friends who would often, during the new school season, would pick like the style they wanted to go for that year. And I just thought it was a really fun idea to maybe incorporate into New Year's Eve. So you may want to think about what kind of style do I want to present going forward, and then you can go through your closet and just create some new looks from the clothes that you have. And then you may want to take some fun photos of your outfits and send them back and forth with your friends and, comment and critique them as you go. Or if you have some other people in the household, you may want to create some looks and then have a little fashion show. have a midnight prayer or meditation. If you're able to stay up until midnight, you may want to set that time aside to have a meditation or prayer that welcomes in the new year and really prepares yourself for 2022 that is now entering. You don't have to go out to have a dance party. You definitely can just have one in your apartment or your home. You can either craft your own playlist for this dance party, or you may want to try out sites like Mixcloud, I'll link to it down below, that have a lot of DJ mixes, and some of them are from different sort of club nights that they may have, and you may want to throw on one of those mixes to have your own dance party. And you can definitely look up the different kind of genres of music you like. So I definitely recommend having a dance party at home if that's something that suits your taste, and maybe checking out something like Mixcloud so it still feels like a dance party if you were going out, because you don't know what song's coming up next. And then lastly, you may want to make some space on New Year's Eve to really look back at the year that has been and then journal about it. What have you learned? How have you grown? What are you taking forward with you into 2022? And perhaps what are some things that you may want to let go of or shed and leave behind in 2021? This can be a really lovely time for just sitting down for some quiet time and reflecting on all that 2021 brought. And it's been a lot, so it could take a while, and this could lead really beautifully into that prayer or meditation time you set aside. And you know what, even if you can't stay up until midnight, maybe you're more of a person who goes to bed early, you can say that prayer or meditation that is for 2022 either when you first get up the next day or before you go to bed. So I hope this video inspired you to have a wonderful New Year's Eve celebration at home. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and hit the bell so you always know when there's a new video. Thanks so much for spending time with Gently Being.